Hip-hop music was created during the 1970s in New York City. DJ Kool Herc is credited for giving birth to the most popular style of music in the world today. The culture is made up of a few art forms. You have graffiti, dancing, DJing, MCing, and in my opinion, the most important, knowledge of self. In the beginning, hip-hop was about getting the party started and having fun. DJs would use breakbeats of soul music to give the B-boys and B-girls a chance to dance and show off their moves. As the art of MCing grew, it went from the party scene to the streets. Songs like The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five were pivotal in the way hip-hop could be used to express the trials and tribulations of poverty and everyday street life. As hip-hop got older, newer, younger artists grabbed the mic and shared their skills with the world. Rakim, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, and Kool G Rap are some of the few MCs in the 80s who took the art form to new heights. Hip-hop burst onto the music scene, and with anything that has the ability to influence millions, it must be governed. A former record executive stated that during the 90s there was a secret meeting to discuss how to control the genre.
Little did I know we would be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices ever seen. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who receive funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
At the time, Public Enemy was a major force, speaking about injustice and black empowerment. And quickly after that, NWA was released. Niggas with Attitude. Now, something must be said that a group that champions being a nigga with an attitude is celebrated more than a group that tells you to fight the power. But I'll let you figure that out. This is when the art of hip-hop was taken from the clutches of the true poets and placed in the hands of the greedy. It's easy to find someone with low moral standards, give them a record contract, and pay them to misguide the masses. Which brings me to the promotion of alcohol and substance abuse. As stated before, hip-hop started at the parties where liquor and marijuana were more than likely present. But the promotion of more addicting drugs is being pushed for potential sedation of the listener. Rappers went from telling you how ill they were with their skills to how ill they have become by drinking lean on the daily. These execs know that kids and young adults are very impressionable. Hell, when I was 16 to 17 years old, I wanted to battle rap because my favorite MC did. Now these kids want to pop pills, and some even end their own life because their favorite rapper has. According to Psych Central,
substance use disorder is a complex condition stemming from the recurrent use of alcohol or other substances, despite the harmful life and health consequences it may cause. SUD can be mild, moderate, or severe. Addiction often occurs when the substance overactivates the brain's reward center, which involves an abnormally high release of the neurotransmitter dopamine. Continued use of the substance results in changes to the brain's function and structure, which eventually leads to cravings, tolerance, and withdrawal symptoms when the substance isn't used.
If you think these major corporations and record companies haven't come together to create the ultimate money grab, then I would think again. How many Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Maybach, and Bugatti references have you heard in rap music? Now, a genre dominated by black talent, and I use that word loosely, that has hundreds of black designers and entrepreneurs hasn't found one to promote and create a platform for success? That doesn't sound plausible. To stick to the topic, we just heard that private prisons have a hand in music. promote illegal drug use and A, get them addicted, or B, send them to jail, which works out in both their favors because they're making money either way. The rappers make cash, the companies make more cash, and they put out more filth for the consumer. Maybe one day the positive side of hip-hop will be promoted, and the drug-infested part of the genre will be nothing more than history. I'd like to thank you for watching, and again, enjoy the music.